First off, this has to be the best Nightwing versus Red Hood battle of the Titans. And secondly, so many plot revealed to us in one episode. You think that's bad for this episode? But it's not. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on this past week's episode of Titans. I can't remember that title, it was pretty long, but I'll just let you guys know, what an episode, so much plot development in one episode. As I said, you think that would affect the episode with the last few episodes they have for us, the last two episodes? But no, this really gave us a real shift in direction in a good way compared to season 2 where things just went all in a reset button sort of way. But this one really helped to develop things moving forward for both Nightwing and Jason, for Starfire, for whatever the conclusions going forward for Blackfire, and for Dr. Crane, aka Scarecrow. The list goes on. And we even get Tim Drake and Donna Troy reuniting here, as well as Tim Drake showing more of the skills he has and the guy who plays as Tim Drake shows he really has this role down. I just can go into more, but let's just go ahead and break this down. We're starting off with the first of all ones of all, Red Hood and Nightwing. Now, first off, as we know, Red Hood's been a big part of this season. I mean, sure, he was there in season 2, but he didn't have that big of a role compared to in this role in season 3, where he's just been killing it as Red Hood. The guy who plays him, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's been doing an amazing job playing Red Hood as his emotions and everything else gets to him, especially in the fact that he seems to really have. But then again, now he's been showing that he has not been taking that drug anymore. But even though he hasn't been taking it, as I said in my last video, he looks like he's completely given up on himself. But while he seems to have done that, at the same time, he still shows hesitation with Dr. Crane's plan as it goes forward and stuff. But even still, he still goes along with it. But hey, that's natural. Like take Cobra Kai, for instance. For Hawken last season, he saw how things were and he didn't like how it was. Did he still go along with it? Yeah, but that's because he just hadn't hit a breaking point yet. Well, in this episode, I think we can finally say Jason might have finally reached the point where things have just gone way too far with him teaming up with Dr. Crane, that let's hope in some way he can try to fix this. Now, does that mean, like I said before, is he going to go back to the Titans? No, I don't even think the Titans can nearly really forgive him, especially after what happened in this episode, but we'll get into that when we get into Nightwing and the fact that Nightwing in this episode was called out by Red Hood to go to a certain spot so they can finish things one-on-one. At first, Connor was wanting to go, but no, Nightwing wasn't having it, that he even used kryptonite dust to make him and Crypto stay. Nightwing, but hey, if you're trained by Bruce Wayne and you don't want people to go with you, and yet they still insist, there's one way to do it, especially if they're Kryptonian. But either way, the actual final confrontation between those two, love that fight scene. Really awesome and stuff. Although it hit a traumatic point when they got into a spot where audience of fans of Red Hood who are rooting for him and believe in him, one of them, a stupid kid, shooting Nightwing in the back, and Nightwing tries to tell him to leave him alone. Don't get me wrong, Nightwing didn't hit him or anything, but even still, that kid didn't listen, and the next thing you know, he shoots him in the neck, not straight on in the neck, just on the side of the neck. Everyone just starts beating him up. And he says to Red Hood, who, by the way, lost his mask in this, he says he did it for him. And then they all start chanting Red Hood and stomp on Nightwing. You would think Jason is happy about this, but no, he's horrified. He's so horrified, he runs away. He doesn't like what he's seeing here. It only got worse for him when he saw Dr. Crane, aka Scarecrow, when he told him the time for wearing mask is over, as he shows himself cut with his face all cut up and stuff. That's even terrifying Jason, so much so that I think he's finally reached his breaking point where he's finally going to stop this, try to make somewhat amends, and then go off in his own and then begin a long redemption arc, so to speak. I don't know, but I I would also like to think during that time, that's when Bruce will finally come in. But now, having said that, though, let's go ahead and go into Dr. Crane, who in this episode, no surprise, enjoying life living inside the Wayne Manor. And who can blame him? Who wouldn't? I mean, that place now he's considering his own and just having some fun with it. I can't blame him there. And yeah, shaves his head there and stuff. And yeah, doesn't look too bad, but I think since he's still had that beard for so long, I might prefer him that way. But I think things really reached the breaking point for him when he started looking into his Batman's file on him, and boy, was a nerve struck on him so bad that he just wanted to prove Batman wrong. And that was in the fact that Dr. Crane, actual Dr. Crane himself, is not what Scarecrow is. He doesn't have the ability to do what Scarecrow, the Mask, can do. Pretty much in the way how Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne, but his true identity is the Mask, Batman, and stuff like that. And yeah, here all this episode, Crane tried to prove him wrong by using a pizza delivery person as a guinea pig, but he found out that he just couldn't. But then finally, he was able to finally get inside himself, kind of like what happened in Gotham when the Riddler had this one side of his personality, then the Riddler side of his personality, until they finally merged together, and then finally he was able to do it. And that's what led into him being Jason at the end. That just horrified him. What a cycle of stuff right there. And that's just only the Bat family part of it. We got to get into the Titans part of it. Let's start with the small part first. First, in the fact that Beast Boy and Raven decide to go looking for that Lazarus pit, which they do. And then at the end, something strange happens. Raven reacts in a weird way, and it's because of of what happened to Grayson when he got shot by that kid. It's almost like her powers are reacting to that Lazarus pit. And I can't help but think that with Beast Boy having looked into that Lazarus pit is going to play a key role into something. Are they going to use it to bring back Nightwing, or is it going to be used for something else? I don't know. All I just know is you got to keep an eye on it. And because that scene right there, though small, leaves you very curious into what's going into the next episode. Now, having said that, though, let's go ahead and dive on into Starfire, who learns a shocking revelation that her parents had kept from her, and for what happened between her and Blackfire, and what does that do for them in the near future. Now, as we know, as we thought, Blackfire stole Starfire's powers, but no, that wasn't the case at all. Oh no, Starfire learned as she was trying to help a woman who was trying to help her baby during the whole chaotic situation going on with Gotham, and as she was saving him from a Victor Zsasz lookalike guy, and when she gets shot by him, she gets a flashback revelation, and in the fact that even though she was first born, it was her who didn't have the powers. Yes, they switched things up in the comics where she didn't have the powers. Instead, it was Blackfire. And when Blackfire was born, they decided to take Blackfire's powers away from her and give them to Starfire, give them to Gory. Yes. That's the difference there. What was usual in the comics, they reversed it here in the series, and all I gotta say is that was a great idea. What a revelation, and it just even hit more that after Starfire got it, a new power awoken in her, almost like a dormant power. What is it? We don't exactly know. All we know is it's like some sort of blue light that just hit that guy right after he shot her, and then what else can we say from that? We don't know. All we know is with this revelation, what is Starfire going to do with Blackfire? Will she try to reconcile with her sister on what happened? Tell her what happened? Will that make a difference? Oh man, the possibilities to this are just crazy. I cannot stand to just be like, all I'm just saying is I need to see the next episode now. That's how crazy that was. But now, having said all that, let's go ahead and get into the last one, as we got Tim Drake and Donna Troy reuniting. And I think we had a little plot hole here, because I remember Tim Drake saying that his dad was dead when he got shot. But here we find out, no, his dad isn't dead. His dad is alive, and they've just been sticking to like water bottles in a bottle and not the actual water supply from Gotham. So they're not going out there acting crazy, but they had to shut down the restaurant and everything and keep things to a cool head. But with the situation of Donna Troy trying to find the Titans, this brought Tim to reveal to his parents about how he's been showing why he's such a great detective and how he was able to figure out how Batman is Bruce and Nightwing is Nightwing and who are all the Titans and stuff. Naturally, I'm sure just like if I remember in the comics, his parents weren't exactly thrilled about this. And hey, Donna Troy's not disagreeing with them. But for right now, though, they need to put that aside so they can help Donna Troy with her mission. And then they can get into their little family dispute on that one and stuff. But it was great to see that despite them meeting only in the afterlife, they remembered each other. And they even did that spot where Tim Drake once again called her Miss Troy, which Donna doesn't like. But hey, that was just a one-sided joke there. But things really got interesting here as they were trying to figure out how to find them. And then Tim Drake's cousin comes in saying how he has an undercover agent in the Peace GCPD and finds out that Crane has them working for him and that something big's about to go down. You guys, I don't know how much more of this I can take. All of this information gathered up to me in one big episode. And I'm just like, why couldn't we have the next episode right now? Heck, I'm going to go so far and say that next week they should have both those two episodes come out at the same time. And I know that's asking a lot, but I can't help it. This is how much invested I've become in the season finale. So the people behind the scenes definitely did a good thing in this new direction with season 3, because we've already known we've had the big bad of Scarecrow and Red Hood. Blackfire's been a wild card ever since, and we don't know what her role is going forward, but I'm sure we're gonna find out soon enough. But until then, guys, I guess I'm gonna leave it all at that. And hey, let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your thoughts in the comment sections down below. And if you enjoy my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye.